In 2009, I went on a ghost tour of the Cal-Neva Lodge with some friends and my now husband. During the tour, we learned the sordid history of the grounds, toured the tunnels, visited the haunted showroom, and entered both Marilyn and Frank's cabins. The Cal-Neva has been a hotspot for ghost hunting for decades due to its sordid past. Not only is it built on top of an Indian burial ground, it was burned to the ground in 1937, and it was also a favorite hangout for the mafia and mobsters for decades. The impact of past illicit activity at the Cal-Neva has made it a hotspot for spiritual activity. Once we entered the tunnels, we were first introduced to Marilyn's tunnel and Marilyn's light. Sensitive individuals have reported that Marilyn sits at the base of these steps, crying. And the light in the tunnel is a 24-hour light, meaning it has no switch or power source to turn the light on or off. Yet, when Marilyn feels like it, she will turn the light on and off as she pleases, mystifying passers-by. As we entered the remnants of the Prohibition tunnels, we were told about the murder of Trudy Ann Hyler by Michael Anselmo in 1971. At the time, Hyler, age 22, was a casino change girl, while Anselmo, 19, was a busboy. Her naked body was found in the tunnels, strangled and stabbed 12 times. Anselmo was sentenced to life in prison, yet he was released in 2019 after 47 years in prison. As we continued the tour, we walked the tunnels beneath the property. During the Prohibition era, many tunnels were created under the property to import booze into the club and to create fast getaways in case the police showed up. It is rumored that Jimmy Hoffa's body may reside in one of these tunnels due to a rumored investment of $7 million to help Frank Sinatra expand the property in 1962. The tunnels were filled in after the Sinatra sting of 1962, and the remnants of these tunnels are what we explored on our tour of the Cal-Neva. We were told these tunnels connected the cabins and even extended under Highway 28 to the other Crystal Bay casinos in order to hide renowned mafia figures and other celebrities. Many locals speculate that the Cal-Neva served as inspiration for the Godfather trilogy due to its rumored affiliation with the mob. Frank Sinatra bought the property in 1960 with some buddies, including Dean Martin, and it is whispered that silent partner Sam Giancana, the notorious Chicago mobster who succeeded Al Capone, would sneak into the Cal-Neva through the Prohibition tunnels to avoid being discovered by Nevada Gaming Control. These same tunnels connected Sinatra's cabin, cabin number 5, to the showroom, which is rumored to be haunted by many, many ghosts, including Frank Sinatra himself and Sammy Davis Jr. Paranormal experts have recorded doors slamming in the middle of the night, and if you stay in the showroom too long, Sammy's cigarettes and voice has haunted many guests. The showroom is also connected to cabin number 3, also known as Marilyn Monroe's cabin. Frank's cabin, number 5, is known for exhibiting most of the paranormal activity. During Sinatra's ownership of the Cal-Neva, his cabin was painted and decorated wall to wall in orange, his favorite color. Today, the cabin is rumored to have so much activity that visitors have left early, unable to make it through the night due to fear and disturbing activity. Many staff and visitors have reported indentations of a body seen on the bed, and that an angry spirit will ask you to get out, making them dizzy and all out of sorts. It is also whispered that the Kennedys visited the Cal-Neva to visit Miss Monroe and were secretly transported in and out through the Prohibition tunnels to her cabin. Sadly, Marilyn Monroe visited the Cal-Neva the week of her death, and some of the last pictures before her death are of her at the Cal-Neva Lodge. It is said that she actually died at the Cal-Neva, and Sinatra flew her back to her house in Brentwood that evening to dispose of her body and make her death look like an overdose. Urban legend tells the tale that Marilyn's ghost still haunts the property. You can see her swimming in the pool at night, hear her crying in Marilyn's tunnel, and even feel her presence in cabin number 3. Of all the urban legends of the infamous Cal-Neva Lodge, the one most told by locals is that of the dozens of bodies and illicit trash dumped into the depths off State Line Point. Due to the cold temperatures of Lake Tahoe's water, human bodies and lake trash do not decompose and are often left perfectly intact. The drop-off from Cal-Neva Point quickly plunges to a depth of over 1,500 feet and extends out close to a mile to the deepest known part of the lake, which is at 1,645 feet, making Lake Tahoe the 3rd deepest freshwater lake in the world. All legends aside, I passed by the Cal-Neva this summer, hoping to see it restored. Construction and renovation seems to be happening, and this local hopes all historical buildings will be reinforced, renovated, and maintained. But more so, I hope that the powers that be begin the ghost tours again at the Cal-Neva. The lake by locals just may be the first in line.
Get out.